Hello students, a very good morning. I hope that everyone is safe and fine. As I told you, we have completed chapter 3 ratio and proportion. Now we are stepping into the chapter 4, that is geometry. So here we are going to see both practical geometry and theoretical geometry. In this chapter we are going to learn, so the learning objectives, like we are going to see to know about the lines, line segment and rays. You would have studied this in your 5th standard. Now we are going to see the differentiation between what is a line, what is a line segment and what is a ray. Next thing is to know about angles. You would have known, right, about acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, all these things you would have known. We are going to see the same here also, how to find whether it is obtuse or acute angle or right angle. Next is to know the usage of ruler and protractor. Okay, you would have seen this in the geometry box, right? Next is to identify parallel and intersecting lines. So what is the difference between a parallel and the intersecting line? And also to identify pairs of complementary and supplementary angle, and to know the collinear points and point of concurrency. We are going to see what is collinear and what is meant by concurrency. So all these things we are going to see in this chapter. Let's enter into exercise 4.1. As I told you, we are starting with exercise 4.1. Before that, I just want to tell you something. Here we will be having some practical, see this one, construct a line segment using ruler and compass. So this comes under practical geometry. So this one we will see in the next video. Okay, in the this one you have to take and write it in your geometry notebook. It will be 120 pages unruled notebook, long size notebook. You have to be ready with the notebook for the next class. Okay, you have to use the ruler, that is scale, and the compass. And also for the protractor we will be having in 4.2 or 4.3 exercises. I'll tell you what are all the sums we will be seeing later. All other sums will go now. Okay, see the first question, fill in the blanks. A line through two end points A and B is denoted by dash. So this is a line. So if two endpoints are given, it should be denoted like AB. On the top there should be a arrow mark. Okay, a line segment, see the difference between a line and a line segment. From point B to A is denoted by BA. Okay, so this is the difference between a line and a line segment. So in line segment you have to write AB. On the top you have to write the line with the arrow mark, and for line segment you have to write BA with the line alone. A ray has dash end. See, this is a ray. We are starting with the ray. There is only one endpoint. When it is starting here, you will have only one ray. So a ray will have one endpoint. Shall we go for the next sum? Yes, you can write this in your textbook itself. You need not write it in the classwork. So most of the sum in exercise 4.1, 4.2 as well as 4.3 we will be completing in the textbook itself. Please be careful while completing the sums in the textbook. Okay, and few sums will be writing in the classwork and few sums will be working out in the geometry notebook, as I mentioned earlier. See the next sum. How many line segments are there in the given line and name them? As I told you, what is a line segment? From here to here it is a line segment. Now we are going to write how many line segments are there in the given line from P to Q. First is P and Q is a line segment. First we'll write PQ, it's a line segment. Next, P and A is a line segment. So from here to here it is a line segment. Then P to B is a line segment. Then P to C is a line segment. P to Q we have already written. Next we'll go with the next letter A. So A and B is a line segment. A and C, now this two. A and C is a line segment and A and Q is a line segment. Next we'll be moving to B. B and C is a line segment. B and Q is a line segment. What is the next one? C. Finally, C and Q is a line segment. Now we'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So how many we have? We have 10 line segment. So name them means you have to write this. I hope you understand this. We'll go with the next one. This one I'm going to give you as homework. Measure the following line segment. It is nothing but using a scale you have to mention. So X and Y. Keep the scale here and mention what is the length of this line segment. Okay. I'll show one for you. Other things you can do it as homework. So this one homework. This one homework. And this one is also homework. I'm going to do this one now. As I told you, I'm going to do this one. Take a scale. You have to keep it here. See, I've kept this the starting point. Now you have to count it. So it is exactly 2.5 centimeter. So what is the length of this? It is 2.5 centimeter. So all others will be homework. Okay. Now this one, as I told you, in the geometry notebook. Now we'll go with the fifth question. From the given figure, name the parallel lines, intersecting line and point of intersection. Now we'll see what are all the parallel lines given. Okay, as I told you, fifth sum we will be working out in the worksheet. Okay, see here. See the question what is given. From the given figure, name the parallel lines, intersecting line, point of intersection. See, a line AB is drawn. So here CD, EF, IJ, GH. We have 5 lines here. So parallel lines is nothing but opposite lines. See, CD is parallel to EF or CD is parallel to IJ. EF is parallel to IJ. So this is the parallel line. These two lines C, E, D, F, all these things are there. No, this is called as parallel lines. Now we'll write which is parallel to which. So we don't have AB. Any other parallel is not there. So we'll start with CD. So CD and EF are parallel lines. Next, EF and IJ are parallel lines. Then again, CD and IJ are parallel lines. Can you find any other parallel lines? No. So we have only 3 sets of parallel lines. Next we'll see the intersecting lines. Okay. Now we'll go with intersecting line. So intersecting line is nothing but in a straight line, what are all the lines which is coming in between? They will be called as the intersecting line. So in the line AB, we have CD as a intersecting line. Line AB and CD are intersecting. Do you understand? So this AB is a line. In this CD is coming in between. So that is a intersecting. Then Then you can find it AB, yes, E and F. Then again AB. So this is also either it is coming cross or straight. This is also intersecting. GH is also intersecting. Then AB and yes, IJ is also intersecting. Next is point of interaction. Point of intersection is nothing but the meeting point. Okay, see this line, that is intersecting lines. So AB is intersecting with CD, EF and EF, GH and IJ, right? So where it is meeting, point of intersection, where these two lines are connecting. So P, Q and R. So point of intersection is P, Q and R is the point of intersection. We'll go with the next question. See the next question. From the given figure, name all the pairs of parallel lines. So this is the given figure. So we have 5 lines together. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And we have the intersection points P, Q, R, S, T, U and V. Now we'll go with the all pairs of parallel lines. So now you can find it, right? So which is the parallel line? L3 is parallel to L4. L3 and L4 are parallel. Then L4, that is line 4 and L5 are parallel. Then L3 and L5 is also parallel. L3 and L5. Next, all pairs of intersecting lines. See, as I told you, all pairs of intersecting line. It is not intersecting point, it is intersecting line. See, if you see in L3, L4 and L5, both L1 and L2 is intersecting. It is moving in the crossways. So, L1 and L3. Then L1 and L4. Do you understand this? L1 is intersecting with L3 in the point P. So, in the line L3, we have L1. So, L4 also we have L1. In L5 also we have L1. So, L1 and L5. Next, if you see L2 also, L3 and L2, L4 and L2, L5 and L2. So these are the pairs of intersecting lines. Next we'll go to the next subhead. So next is point of line whose point of intersection is V. If you see the picture, see here which point of intersection, the point intersection V for which line? L1 and L2. It doesn't join in any line like L4 or L5. It is in the middle. So L1 and L2. For L1 and L2, the point of intersection is V. So what is the pair of line? L1 and L2. Okay. See the next subdivision. Point of intersection of the line L2 and L3. See here. If you see this here, for L2 and L3, what is the line point of intersection? It is Q. I'm sorry, not here. It is Q. So the next one, point of intersection of the lines L1 and L5. See L1 and L5, it is U. So here it is U. Understood? So with this first exercise 4.1 is over. So objective type questions 7th and 8th will be a homework for you. Okay, we'll continue with the exercise 4.2 now. So now we are starting with exercise 4.2, page number 79. See here, in this exercise we'll be learning more about angles. Okay, use any number of the given dot to make different angles. So here they have given 9 dots. So in all the 4 things they have given 9 dots. So we are going to draw a acute angle. So what do you know about acute angle? Acute angle is less than 90 degree. So obviously it will be this side. So using the 3 lines, this is a acute angle. You can draw, you can use scale and pencil to draw the lines here. Next is obtuse angle. What is an obtuse angle? It is more than 90 degree. So literally opposite to this. So from here to here. So this is an obtuse angle. Next is a right angle. So a right angle is equal to 90 degree. So it is a L-shaped angle. What is a straight angle? What is meant by a straight angle? 180 degree. So you can draw a straight line. So acute angle less than 90 degree, obtuse angle more than 90 degree, right angle exactly or equal to 90 degree, straight angle is 180 degree. Okay, we'll go with the next sum now. See the second question. Name the vertex and sides that form each angle. So this will be, I think this will be a new word for you. Vertex. Vertex is nothing but the starting point where we will be mentioning this type of angle and all. No, so this is called as vertex. So the vertex for this figure is D. Okay. So what are the sides we have? So this as a midpoint we have to form angles like this, D and E. So while writing angle you have to write like this. Then D and F, angle D and F. See here, what is the vertex here? Again, D is the vertex. Angle CD, angle DE. Okay, now we'll go with the next question. Pick out the right angles from the given figure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of figure given here. So you have to find which are all the figures which comes under right angle. So the first one, it is exactly 90 degree. So this is a right angle. Let me put a circle. It is 46 degree. This is not a right angle. See here. See this one. If you keep it in this way, if you keep a protractor and see, wherever the angle is given in this way, it is meant by it is a right angle. This is also right angle. See the next one, 105 degree, it is obtuse. It is not a right angle. See here also the same symbol is given. So this is also 90 degree. Wherever they have given this symbol, we can say that this is a right angle. So which are all the right angle? 1, 3 and 5. You write it here. Subdivision 1, 3 and 5 are the right angles. Now we'll go with the next question. Pick out the acute angle from the given figures. What is an acute angle? As I told you, less than 90 degree. See the first one, 33 degree. Yes, it is a acute angle. Next one, 56 degree. Yes, this is also acute angle. This is 89 degree. Yes, this is also acute. This is 90 degree. It is not acute. This is 100 degree. This is also not acute. So which are all the acute angle? 1, 2 and 3. All the 3 are acute angle. Next is obtuse angle. So can I give this as homework for you? So let me mark this one as homework. So what is meant by obtuse angle? It is more than 90 degrees. So you have to compare all these things. So this one I told you, if this symbol is given, it is meant by what angle. You have to find it and write whether how many figures comes under obtuse angle. So this is a homework for you. So next question, name the angle in each figure given below in the possible ways. See the next question, as I told you. So you have to use a protractor for this. So which is a vertex? The middle point. You have to keep your protractor here and measure what is the angle given. So after measuring, you will get one. For example, if I keep it here, okay, see, I have a protractor like this. Okay, I'm keeping this in the middle point here. This is 90 degree. From here it is 65 degree. So this is 65 degree. So 65 degree, it means which angle? It means it is a acute. In the same way, you have to use a protractor and find and measure the angle and write what type of angle it is. Okay, so these also homework. Okay, it's going to be very simple, so you can do it in the textbook itself. Next question. So next question is going to be a new topic. This is complementary and supplementary. You have to keep one thing in mind. Complementary means 90 degree. Supplementary means 180 degree. You have to check this. See this. Say true or false. 20 degree and 70 degree are complementary. You have to find whether it is true or false. What do you have to do? As I told you, complementary means 90 degree. So 20 plus 70 is 90 degree. So it is true. So they are complementary. See the next one. 88 degree, 12 degree. 88 plus 12. It is 100 degree. So it is false. It is not complementary. See the next one. 80 degree plus 180. It is 260 degree. It is not supplementary. It is false. See the next one. 0 and 180. 0 plus 180. 180 degree. It is true. I hope you understood this. Complementary means it should be when you add the given angle, it should give 90 degree. Supplementary mean when you add, it should give 180 degree. If it is not giving, it is false. If it is giving, it is true. So as I told you, this one later we'll do it in the geometry notebook. See the next one given. Identify the types of angles shown by the hands of the given clock. So this one has angle. So this has a vertex. You have to keep your protractor here. You have to find what type of angle it is. Can you do this one as homework? Simple, no? Yes. Next one. Find the complementary angle of. We'll do it in the worksheet. See this one here. Find the complementary angle of 30 degree. So as I told you, what is a complementary? Complementary means (90 degree). So complementary of 30 degree is 90 degree minus 30. It is 60. So the answer is 60. So complementary of 30 degree is 60 degree. Next, again, complementary of 26 degree is equal to 90 degree minus 26. It is 64 degree. So the answer is 64 degree. We'll continue with the next sum. See, 85 degree. So the complementary of 85 degree is 90 minus 85 is equal to 5 degree. Next is 0. Complementary of 0 degree is 90 degree minus 0 is 90. See the next one. 90 degree. Complementary of 90 degree is equal to 90 degree minus 90 degree, it is 0. Okay, we'll go with the next question. So after finding complementary, what will be the next one? To find the supplementary. So as I told you, supplementary means it is 180 degree. So supplementary of 70 degree is equal to 180 degree minus 70, it is 110 degree. Supplementary of 35 is equal to 180 degree minus 35 degree, it is 145 degree. Next, supplementary of 165 degree is equal to 180 degree minus 165 degree is equal to 15 degree. Supplementary of 90 degree is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree is equal to 90 degree. Again, supplementary of 0 degree is equal to 180 degree minus 0 degree is equal to 180 degree. Okay, I will go with the next question. See the next question. Find the supplementary or complementary angle of in each case. So we have to find, it depends on the type of figure which is given here. See here, this is a straight angle. So straight angle is nothing but 180 degree. So 180 degree means it is what type of angle? Yes, it is supplementary 180 degree. We have to find what is the remaining. So in this 180 degree, 25 degree is given. So 180 degree minus 25 degree is equal to this 145 degree. See the next one. So this symbol, it says it is a 90 degree. So it is, yes, complementary 90 degree minus, what is the angle given? 30 degree. It is 60 degree. We'll go with the next one. See here, they have mentioned with the arrow here. So we have to see this. If it is given the whole circle like this, it means it is 180 degree. So it is supplementary. So 180 degree minus, what is the angle given? 67 degree. So equal to, so 113 degree. See here, this also says it is complementary. So 90 degree minus 46 degree, it is 44 degree. Okay. So next is objective type question. As usual, what I will tell you, it is homework. Okay, now we'll go into exercise 4.3. Now as I told you, exercise 4.3. See here the first question. Observe the diagram and fill in the blanks. So it is a circle with A and B as an end point, and O is the intersecting point, and C is the point which is coming from O. It is also related, it is also intersecting in A and B. See here, A, O and B are dash points. A, O, B. They are in straight line. So they are called as collinear, collinear. They are called as collinear. Collinear means in a straight line. They are called as collinear points. Okay. Next, AOC. AOC. So they are not in a straight line. So they are called as non-collinear. So A and O is in collinear, but C is not in collinear. So it is called as non-collinear points. ABC. ABC. So they are in the end. So this is giving a end. So they are called as end points. They are called as end points. Dash is the point of concurrency. Concurrency is nothing but the midpoint. So what is the midpoint here? O is the midpoint. Now we'll see the second question. See the second question. Draw any line and mark any 3 points that are collinear. Just now we saw in that fill in the blanks what is a collinear line. So points which are in a straight line, they are called as a collinear. So draw any line. I have drawn a line and mark any 3 points that are collinear. So as I told you, collinear means which is in a same line. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. So these are the collinear points. So say A, B, C are the collinear points in line 1. Okay, we'll go with the next question. See the next question. Draw any line and mark 4 points that are not collinear. So not collinear means which is not in a straight line. We'll keep it in mind like that. So 1, 2, 3. I told you not collinear means not in a straight line, but I am drawing 3 lines which are collinear. 1, 2, 3. Fourth point I am keeping it here. So A, B, C. These 3 are collinear and the fourth point is not collinear. They have asked draw any line and mark any 4 points that are not collinear. A, B, C are collinear, but C, D is not collinear. So it is not a collinear line. We'll go with the next question now. So see the next question. Draw any 3 lines to have a point of concurrency. I have drawn 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. You could ask me. So they have said draw any line and mark collinear points. I have drawn a straight line. But for concurrency, I have drawn 3 lines. So in the from the question itself, we can see here any lines they have given, but here they have given us 3 lines. Concurrency means we have to draw lines like this. So this is line 1, line 2, line 3. So what is the point of concurrency? The point where it meets. It is, we are keeping at Z. We'll keep this one as Z. Okay. So we'll come for the conclusion. L1, L2, L3 are the concurrent lines. And what is the point of concurrency? Z is the point of concurrency. Okay, we'll go with the next 5th question. See the next question. Draw any 3 lines that are not concurrent. Find the number of points of intersection. See here. This is line 1, line 2, line 3. In this we are going to see 2 examples here. Okay. See here, as I told you, line 1, line 2 and line 3. So point of intersection we'll see. So L2 and L3, L1 is getting intersected. So we'll keep this one as A and B. Okay, now we'll write the conclusion. So what is the conclusion here? They have asked us, they are 3 lines that are not concurrent. See, concurrent line means all the 3 lines must be meeting in any other point. See here, L1 and L2 are meeting in point A, but L1 and L3 is meeting in B. But L1, L2, L3 they are not meeting in a same point. So what is the conclusion? L1, L2 and L3 are not concurrent lines. Okay, now we'll go. See, in this line I told you L1, L2 and L3 are not concurrent lines. So what is the point of intersection? So in this 3 lines we have 2 point of intersection. So what are the 2 points? A and B. Coming back to the second one, see the second example. As I told you, L1, L2, L3. What are the intersection points? L1 and L2 are meeting in A. L1 and L3 is meeting in C. L2 and L3 is meeting in B. So here also L1, L2 and L3 are not concurrent lines. So here we have 3 point of intersection, that is A, B and C. Okay, now so after 5th question we are stepping into the 6th one. So it is objective type question. You know what it will be. It is a homework. Now we are moving to exercise 4.4. Here also most of the sums we will be doing it in the textbook only. Some sums will be working out in the classwork. Okay, see the first question. Exercise 4.4, miscellaneous practice problem. Find the type of lines marked in thick lines, parallel, intersecting and perpendicular. So in the beginning itself we have seen what is a parallel line, opposite line. Intersection is the point where 2 lines meet. Next is the perpendicular line. Perpendicular line is different for you, right? Perpendicular is nothing but this is called as perpendicular. See, one line is there, on the top of it another line is cutting. So this is called as perpendicular line. Okay, we have to find the given thick lines, which lines will be coming under parallel and which will be coming under intersecting. See the first one, it is a house. What is this one? Yes, you would have found that, right? So it is a parallel. This parallel line. See the next one here again. So this is parallel. Then this is also in the side way, it is also parallel. Both are parallel lines. Okay, and one more thing is also there. See here, 2 lines, one line is crossing here. So it is perpendicular. So it is a perpendicular line. So here we have 2 types of parallel lines and the other one is a perpendicular line. So this you would have found this. So 2 lines meeting point. So this is called as intersecting. So this is called as intersecting line. So see the next question. Find the parallel and intersecting line segment in the given picture. So this one I am going to give you as homework. So you can find it now. So these 2 are parallel. AD is parallel to EH. In the same way, FG is parallel to BC. DC is parallel to H and G. AB parallel to EF. Likewise, you are going to Fine. And what is an intersecting line? Any intersecting line is there? Yes. See here, for the line AD which is intersecting here, H. Okay, you are going to find this. So, I am giving this one as homework. We will move to question number 3. See here, name the following angles as shown in the figure. So, see the figure given, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. So, they are asking which is angle 1, which is angle 2. This also will be writing in the textbook. See here, angle 1. Angle 1 means this alone you have to write. So, this is the vertex. What is the vertex? B is the vertex. So, what will be angle 1? Either DBC or CBD. So, angle DBC or CBD. So, this should be in the middle because the vertex point should be in the middle always. Next one, angle 2. So, what is the angle 2 here? See this alone. Can you see this alone? EBD. Angle EBD or angle DBE. DBE. Now, angle C. This alone. So, angle ABE or angle EBA. Okay. See the next one, angle 1 plus angle 2. So, you have to go with these two. You have to connect these two angles. So, it should be EBC or CBE. You must be very careful while writing the angle. Okay, next is 2 and 3. Angle 2 and 3. So, here and here. So, it is angle DBA or angle ABD. See the last one, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. So, the whole thing. So, angle ABC or angle CBA. Okay, we'll go with the next question. See the next question. Measure the angles of the given figure using protractor and identify the type of angle as acute, obtuse, right or straight angle. So, I am going to do first 2 sums. The next 2 sums will be a homework. So, this and this one will be homework. So, this 2 I will do. For that, you have to use a protractor. I have this protractor. So, I am using this. So, you have to keep it in the vertex point. It is exactly 90 degree. So, it is what angle? It is right angle. Okay. Next one. Again, placing the protractor here. It is exactly 50 degree. So, what is 50 degree means? It comes under acute angle. So, in the same way, you are going to do subdivision 3rd and subdivision 4th as homework. In the textbook itself, you can do it. See the next question. From the following figures given below, classify the following pairs of angle into complementary and non-complementary. So, I told you what is complementary. When you add or when you see the figure, it should be exactly 90 degree. When it gives exactly 90 degree, it is a complementary angle. So, non-complementary is nothing but which is exceeding or below 90 degree. So, that will be called as complementary. See the first one here. See the first question. 45 degree, 45 degree. So, 45 plus 45 it is 90 degree. So, the opposite side also will be 90 degree. So, it is complementary. We will see what is given here. Classify the following pair of angles into complementary. Which is complementary, which is non-complementary. If it is non-complementary, I'll put cross. So this is a complementary. See this one, 25 degree, 25. 25 plus 25 is 50 degree. It is below 90 degrees. So it is a non-complementary angle. See this one, 105 degree and 75. So 105 and 75 is 180 degrees. So this is also non-complementary. See the next one, 38 and 52. 38 plus 52 is 90 degrees. So it is a complementary. So complementary angle is subdivision 1 and 4. Non-complementary is subdivision 2 and 3. Okay. Next is next is question number 6. From the figures given below, classify the following pairs of angle into supplementary and non-supplementary. The same way, what is complementary we saw? Exactly giving 90 degree. So what will be supplementary here? Exactly giving 180 degree. See this first one, 30 plus 120, 150 degree. It is a non-supplementary angle. See the next one, 85, 90 degree. 85 plus 95, it is supplementary, 180. Here 120 and 110, it is more than 200. So it is non-complementary. See this one, 150 plus 30, it is a supplementary. So the supplementary angle are subdivision 2 and 4. Non-supplementary is 1 and 3. Okay. See the next question. From the figure, see this is the figure. Name a pair of complementary angle. Name a pair of supplementary angle. So we all know what is complementary angle, which is giving 90 degree. See here, complementary angle. See this one, and they have mentioned a pair. Okay, it should give, while adding two angles, it should give complementary. See this one here. So this is a complementary angle which is giving 90 degree. So what will be the angle? FAE and EAD. Angle EAD. If these both are added, we will get a complementary angle. So other than that, we don't get. See DAC, it is already 90 degrees. So there is no pair angle. All others, it is not given. So we have FAE and EAD. See the next one. Name a pair of supplementary angle. What is supplementary angle? Which is giving 180 degree. So 180 degree is nothing but the whole thing like this. Okay. So now you can write FAD and DAC. It gives supplementary angle. Then we will see this way. This way it is also giving, no? So EAD angle, EAD and DAB. DAB. So this is an angle and this is another angle which is giving supplementary. Then what else we have? See the opposite side. See this side. This is also supplementary, right? See angle FAC and CAB. See the next one. What can be done here? The next one is, see this side, EAF angle EAF and FAB. So likewise we can find so many pair of supplementary angles. Now we'll go to the next question. Next page, challenging problems. Think and write an object having parallel line, perpendicular line, intersecting line. I'm just going to give this as homework for you. 1 1 I'll write, 2 3 and all you can write it. Parallel lines. So in our day-to-day life, where and all we can see a parallel lines. Parallel lines where we can see a scale. Okay, see, if you take a scale, one line here and one line here, so it comes under a parallel line. So it is scale or ruler. So other two example you are going to write. Perpendicular line, where and all we can see a perpendicular line. A table, when you see a table like this, a dining table and all, if you see, the space will be like this and another table will be, another wood will be on the bottom. So table. Intersecting line. So what is an intersecting line? Scissor. So scissors comes under intersecting line. So other two examples you are going to write it. So this is homework. Now 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 we will do in a worksheet. Okay. See this question. Which angle is equal to twice its complement? So we know that complementary is equal to 90 degree, right? So sum of the complementary angle will be 90 degree. Let the angle which to be found will be x. So x is equal to twice of its complement, 2 times of 90. So 2 times of 90. Subtracting this angle, see, we are already considering the angle to be found is x. So 2 times of the angle, so 90 degree minus x. So x is equal to, we have to multiply 2 into 90, 180, 2 into x, 2x. Now we are taking this 2x to the opposite side. X, when minus 2 comes to the opposite, plus 2x is equal to 180 degree. 3x equal to 180 degree. So x is equal to 180. Multiplication when moves to opposite, division is equal to 60. So what is the other angle? Equal to 60 degree. Okay, we'll go with the next sum. See the next question, students. Which angle is equal to 2/3 of its supplement? So supplement we all know, (180 degree). See, angle which is equal to 2/3 of its supplement. So what is given? 2/3, 2/3 of its supplement, right? Now we are going to try the trial and error method. So trial and error method is nothing but trial and error. Trial and error is nothing but assuming one number as the answer and we will be working out. If we find the answer it is correct, if not we'll go with the next number. That is called as trial and error method. First, one angle. So first we'll go with 30 degree. Okay, so what is a supplement? 180 degree minus the angle which we are assuming, it is 150, right? Now what is given? 2/3 into the supplement. The supplement is nothing but what we found. 1 time 5 3s are 15, 100. It is wrong because the angle which we are assuming the same should be here. If it is not coming, it is wrong. We will try the next angle. So the next angle, let us take 60 degree. So again 180 degree minus 60, it is 120 degree. Next 2 by 3 into 120. 3 table 1 time. 4 3s are 12, 40. 2 4s are 80 degree. So this is also wrong. What is the next one? See, 80. If you go to the next one, next is 90 degree. 90 degree will be coming under supplementary. So we'll add 6 to it. 66 degree. So 180 minus 66. It is 114 degree. So 2 by 3 into 114. 3 table 1 time. 3 3s are 9. 2 24. Sorry, 3 3s are 9. 3 times 38. So 38 into 2. 2 8s are 16. 1. 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 1 7. 76. It is wrong. We'll go with the next degree. 72 degree. So 180 minus 72 is how many? 108 degree. So 2 by 3 into 108 degree. 3 table 1 time. 3 3s are 9. 1 18. 3 6 are 18. 36. 2 6 are 12. 1 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 1 7. 70. Yes, 72 is the other angle. So 2 by 3 into supplement of 72 degrees. The correct answer. This will be a little tricky question. If you work out 2 or 3 times, you will definitely understand. We'll go with the next question. See the next question. Given 2 angles are supplement and one angle is 20 degree more than the other. Find the 2 angle. You have to read this question again to understand. Given 2 angles are supplementary. So we are going to find 2 angles which are supplementary. One angle is 20 degree more than the other. So both the angles they have not given. But what is the hint given is one angle is 20 degree more than the other. Find the 2 angles. Here we will write what is given. So this sum also we are going to try with the trial and error method. So what is given? 2 angles are supplementary, which is 180 degree. Next, that is their sum is, what is meant by their sum? The total of 2 angles will be 180 degree. Let us take the angle BX. Therefore, what will be the another angle? So another angle will be x plus 20. So whatever we find as x plus 20 will be the other angle. Now we'll go with the trial and error method. Let us take first x be 20. From 20 we will start. So what is x? X plus 20. So what is x? 20 plus 20 will be 40. Next is x plus 20. That is 20 plus what we have found here? 40. 60 degree. So what? So we have got 40 and 60. So 40 and 60 is just 100. It is not coming to 180. Now we'll go with the next degree. X is equal to 40 we will take. So x plus 20 is nothing but 40 plus 20. It is 60. What is the next step? X plus 20. So what is x we have taken? 40 plus what we have got? 60. 100 degree. So 60 plus 100 degree, it is 60 degree plus 100 degree, it is 160. So this is also wrong. We'll go with the next degree, 60 degree. So what is x? 60 plus 20, it is 80 degree. Now x plus what we have got? 80. So what is x? 60 plus 80, it is 140. 80 plus 140, it is exceeding 180. So next step we'll go with x is equal to 80 degree. So 80 plus 20, it is 100. Next is x plus what we have got? 100. What is x? 80 plus 100, it is 180 degree. So this is equal to the supplementary. So what is the other two angles? What are the angles we have found? Therefore angles are 100 degree and 80 degree. Okay, now we'll go with the next sum. This is the next question. See the next question. The two complementary angles are in the ratio 7:2. Find the angles. So what is complementary? We know it is 90 degree. So ratio we would have studied in the last chapter, right? So ratio is given as 7:2. Now 7 plus 2, it is 9. For each ratio we are going to find. So we know complementary is equal to 90 degree. For 7 by 9 into 90 degree. 10 times. One angle is 70 degree. For 2 by 9 into 90. 9 one time, 10 time, 20 degree. So what are the angles? So angles are 70 degree and 20 degree. Next sum. See the next question. Two supplementary angles are in the ratio 5:4. Find the angles. So what is the ratio given? 5:4. So what we will do? 5 plus 4 equal to 9. So what is supplementary means? Yes, 180 degree. So for 5 by 9 into 180. 9 one time, 2 term 20. So 5 2s are 10, 100 degree. Then for 4 by 9 into 180, one time 80. 4 2s are 880. So 100 plus 80, it is 180. So what are the angles? So the angles are 180. Okay. So with this, we have completed chapter 4. So in the next video, we will go with the practical geometry. So you be ready with your geometry box and your geometry notebook. So after completing the classwork, submit the classwork in the school office room on Monday. Thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe.